Oh, good morning, learners. So today I'm going to walk you through the lesson about absolute value equation. Let's start with the definition of absolute value that you have learned in sixth grade. So absolute value is the distance that away from zero. Okay, so let's say, and then they write it at the bar, right? So if you have a number line, so this is your 0. So the absolute value of 5 will be 5 units away from 0. So the answer will be 5, right? So the absolute value of -5 will also known as 5, right? It's also 5 units away from 0. Okay, so your answer will be positive. Okay, and then we use set notation when you have 2 or more answer with the parenthesis are used for point on a coordinate plane. So we're not going to use the parenthesis, okay? We're going to use the bracket to write your answer, okay? All right, so we are going to learn how to solve the equation with absolute value. Okay, I'm going to walk you through. This is very important. Okay, so we're going to isolate the absolute value expression, set up 2 equations. One of them will be drop the absolute value and just solve it normally. And then the second equation, a little bit different. You're going to drop the absolute value bar and then negate the opposite side and then solve. And we're going to check the answer, okay? We'll show you how to do it. So for this one, step 1, okay? So we're going to have 2 equations. So we just need to drop the absolute value bar. So we have x minus 2 equal 5. And we solve it. And we got x equal to 7, right? But the other equation will be drop the bar. So we still have x minus 2. But on this side right here, we're going to make it to be opposite with 5. Okay, we negate the opposite side. Okay, so 5 will become -5. Okay, add 2, add 2. So your x will be -3. Right? So your answer with the notation will be 7 and -3. And this is how you check your answer. 7 minus 2 is that 5? So this is correct. So -3 minus 2, right? Which is -5. Agree? So which is absolute value of -5 is so-and-so known as 5.
Good morning, everyone. Educators,
All right, so I'm gonna leave you to the example on the right side, and I'm gonna do number 2. Okay. All right, so for this one, you have a number in front of the absolute value, which is very much like the coefficient, and then the whole thing minus 7 equal to 14. Now we're gonna work this one through, not isolated yet. We're gonna isolate until we only have the absolute value bar on the other side. So we're gonna add 7 on both sides, and then we got what? 3x plus 2 equal to 21. And then we divide it by 3 on both sides. So we have absolute value of x plus 2 equal to 7. Now, this very much look like the one we just did, right? Now, there's going to be 2 equations. The first one to drop the bar and rewrite the whole thing, right? The second one will be drop the bar, but the other side will be negate. So 7 will become -7, okay? And then we do the math, right? Minus 2 on both sides. So the equation will be 5 minus 2 on both sides. X will be equal to -9. So 2 answer will be 5 and -9 in the notation. Okay, and I'll let you do the work on the right side. Number 3, All right. Well, they say no solution, but we're going to walk it through and see, do they really have no solution, okay? All right, so for number 3, I'm going to take away that 2, and on my words, just have the absolute bar and the answer on the right side. So minus 2 on both sides. So we have y minus 2, 1.3 equal to 1 minus 2 will be negative 1, okay? Now, the reason we have no solution, okay, because there is no way that the absolute value right here have the negative answer. So when you see this, okay, your final answer will be no solution, and we don't need to solve it, okay? Remember I talked to you at the beginning, the absolute value is distant away from 0. It's always give you a positive answer, right? But if you see it here, your equation equal to negative 1, that's impossible. All right, I'm going to try this one to see do they have no solution. So I'm going to divide negative 4 on both sides, right? I'm going to left with k minus 7 equal to negative 4 with the absolute value bar. And again, you see this is negative 4. It's not going to work, right? So the answer will be no solution.